In 2009, a 15-year-old girl from Marlton, New Jersey sat down at the keyboard in her bedroom. She opened her laptop and started singing. She posted covers of Just a Dream by Nelly, Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, and songs by Lady Gaga and Sia. Her voice was extraordinary, 3 octaves, soulful, controlled, the kind of voice that makes you stop scrolling and you just listen. Her name was Christina Victoria Grimmie. Her YouTube channel was called Zeldax Love 64, and within a few years she had nearly 4 million subscribers, a record deal, and a 3rd place finish on season 6 of The Voice. Adam Levine, her coach, told her, quote, "You're more comfortable than I am up there. This is the moment where you realize this person can be a huge star." End quote. She was about 22 years old, and she was about to become everything that she had ever dreamed of. Christina was on tour with the band, performing to a packed house of fans who had grown up watching her YouTube videos. She was electric on stage, belting out the songs, connecting with the crowd, living the dream that she had built from her bedroom. And after the show ended at 10 p.m., she did what she always did. She set up a meet and greet, and she wanted to hug her fans, take selfies, and sign autographs, thank the people that had watched her grown up from a teenager into a rising star. And she had no idea that one of the people in line had traveled over 100 miles to kill her. Kevin James Loibel was 27 years old. He lived in St. Petersburg, Florida, and worked at Best Buy in the Geek Squad department, fixing computers, minimizing human interaction, living what police would later describe as, quote, like a hermit, end quote. He covered his bedroom windows with aluminum foil and a comforter to block out the light. He wore earplugs to avoid loud noises, and he had dropped out of college after becoming obsessed with the world of Warcraft. He had never shown any interest in girls until he discovered Christina Grimmie on YouTube. Loibel was obsessed with all-consuming. He watched Christina's videos constantly, monitored her social media accounts. He knew everything about her. Her love for video games, her Christian faith, her animal rights activism, her Nintendo DS that she played on tour with her brother Marcus. But here's where the obsession turned into something much more disturbing. Loibel didn't just watch Christina, he tried to become worthy of her. He underwent LASIK eye surgery, got hair implants, and whitened his teeth. He was trying to make himself physically attractive enough that Christina Grimmie, a woman he had never met, who didn't even know he existed, might somehow notice him, might somehow love him back. His only friend in the world, Corey Demonton, knew about the obsession. Loibel's co-workers at Best Buy knew about it too, but no one understood its depth. When they questioned him, told his one friend he was, quote, tired and ready to ascend, end quote. The language of a man preparing for something final. June 9th, 2016, Loibel hired a taxi for a round trip from St. Petersburg to Orlando. He told the driver that he would need to be driven back the next day. He packed 2 handguns, 2 extra magazines full of ammunition, and a large hunting knife. He arrived at the Plaza Live and stood in the back of the theater, watching Christina perform. He leaned against the wall, adjusting his black baseball cap. He looked nervous, creepy, but no one thought to question him. The venue's security was checking bags for food and beverages, but they weren't using metal detectors or frisking anyone. At 10:24 p.m., Loibel reached in the front of the meet and greet line. Christina opened her arms to greet him with a hug. This was who she was. She was warm, generous, the girl who had built her career on genuine connections with her fans, and she had no security detail, no bodyguards, just her brother Marcus working the merch table nearby. Loibel pulled out a 9mm Glock pistol and fired 3 times. Point blank range. 1 in the head, twice in the chest, and Christina collapsed. The autopsy would later reveal the devastating precision of the attack fatal wounds to her head and torso, delivered with cold, calculated intent. Marcus Grimmie heard the shots and reacted instantly. He lunged at Lloyd Bowl, attacking him to the ground, fighting for the gun. They scuffled, and Lloyd Bowl broke free, backed against the wall, and pulled out a second handgun. But instead of turning it on Marcus or the fleeing crowd, he pressed it to the side of his own head and fired a single shot. Kevin James Lloyd Bowl was pronounced dead at the scene. He had come to Orlando with a plan: kill Christina, then kill himself. A murder-suicide fantasy played out in real life. Christina was rushed to the Orlando Regional Medical Center with a weak pulse. A doctor in the audience had performed CPR, but by 10:59 p.m., she was gone. 22 years old, a voice that had moved millions, silenced by a man, believed that he had the right to possess her, even if it meant destroying her. The aftermath was devastating as the crime itself. Lloyd Bowl's phone was encrypted. His computer hard drive had been intentionally destroyed, and police could never access his digital life. They never fully understand the depths of his obsession. His family told investigators, and they had no idea that he owned guns. Selena Gomez, who had mentored Christina, had taken her own tour, broken down a tearful tribute, and Adam Levine paid for Christina's funeral. Her YouTube channel, Frozen in Time, still has millions of subscribers who return to hear that voice, that soul, that girl who sang from the bedroom and changed the world. The question still remains 10 years later. The Orlando Police Department described Lloyd Bowl's motive with chilling simplicity. Quote, "If I can't have you, then nobody else can. And I'm going to possess you by taking your life." End quote. It wasn't about love, it was about ownership. About a man who believed watching someone's videos, knowing their schedule, studying their life, gave him a claim to them. Christina Victoria Grimmie was born on March 12th, 1994, and she loved video games and anime and her dog Chloe. She was a light lyric soprano with a range that spanned 3 octaves. She was a Christian who held her faith close, and she was a sister, a daughter, a friend. And on June 10th, 2026, she was murdered by a man who had never met her, who simply decided that if he couldn't have her, no one will. Christina Grimmie's voice still echoes across the internet, across concert halls, across the hearts of millions who had never got to meet her. But the girl who sang from her bedroom, who opened her arms to strangers, who believed the goodness of her fan, that girl is gone.
It appears that a white male, 21 years of age, approached Christina Grimmie. This was after the show. There were about 120 people inside the plaza, and she was doing like a meet and greet, signing autographs and selling merchandise. So this white male approached her and opened fire, striking her. Almost immediately, her brother Marcus Grimmie tackled the suspect to the ground. Shortly after that, the suspect killed himself. The suspect in this case is not from Orlando. The suspect traveled to Orlando, apparently to commit this crime.
I won't give up.
We are waiting to meet Christina Grimmie. And
Yo, what up? It's Tired Christina.
My fans are literally the biggest part of why I'm this far, why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because you guys just support me and just have such a love for me.
You are an extremely unique and individual person. Don't let those invalid opinions of others just bring you to the pits, okay?
My favorite part, though, of tour has been meeting everyone from all these different countries.
'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it.
So much.
That is really heartbreaking. Woo. Yeah. I mean, obviously, every single case that we do is, like, super heartbreaking, super important to, like, get that information out there, but there's just some cases that just hit you, like, extra personal. And yeah, this case definitely hit me extra personal. Yeah. It's just so frustrating that someone can like live out their life, live out their dreams, and like in an instant that can all be taken away from you. And that's why you have to live your life to the fullest, because you never know when somebody sinister and evil is going to decide to take you away from your friends, from your family, and you never know. So go out there, live your life, follow your dreams. And my heart really, really goes out to Christina and her family and all her fans who really loved her. Like, this is just, these cases are so frustrating, right? Someone didn't just take people away like that. But yeah, anyway, if you like, also sorry, I smile, it's a coping mechanism. If you see me smile in that video, I'm not smiling, I'm just coping with the story. But if you like true crime and videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, adios.